Hi guys, this is Dan. Today is October the 9th, and after the market close we're looking at a chart of S&P 500 intraday, and what you can see here, it hit 1470 here at the top, and then it came down here almost in the last 2-3 sessions, and today again was a down day here, which creates another distribution day for S&P 500. So the market dropped here to 1440 to one levels, and it's just above that trend line that we have drawn. Remember, this is a 15-minute chart. We're going to zoom out to full chart of 30 day, a daily chart here, and by looking at it you can see now we're resting on that trend line that we previously drawn, and we have been going up here, and I was talking about it looks like a bear flag formation, which it did, and it is broken down now from that formation, which is a bear flag. Actually, it went up, the prices could not carry far enough. On 5th it tried to rally up here but didn't get a chance, which is Friday, and then it dropped, and then again it dropped to hit the trend line. It has broken through that 21-day moving average, and now the next support level is 1425. It can also drop here to 1425 levels, but the trend is still intact because we're above that trend line. So just an observation here, the prices did not match up here, and they did not took out the previous highs set here, but still we're climbing with higher highs and higher low, unless this trend line gets broken today or tomorrow or anytime soon. Let's also look at NASDAQ NDX, which is the technology sector, and see how we're faring on that one here. This thing is also sitting above, it is above on it is below, I'm sorry, this is below its 21-day moving average. The data is somewhat sketchy here, which is making me feel funny here, because this is not what it's supposed to be. It should have some kind of a footprint here, or candle, but this is just what it is showing here. Let's take a look at it. It's 2741. Let's look at the 15-minute on it and see where we are at it, and also is for 2742. Remember, this just dropped down below its 50-day moving average as well. Let's go back and touch base with a daily chart on RUT and see how we did on that one as well. RUT is also touching its almost about to touch its 50-day moving average. So most of these stocks are now getting to their 50-day moving average. That's what you're going to find in the selection of the stocks. Now Apple, which is a great story here, went all the way down to 1621. It was sold off viciously, and the selling was very heavy here today, and then it reversed, but it did not make it through, and this is the downward trend line that I've drawn here for intraday purposes. Let's take a look at the 15-minute here, and I'll show you what it means. This was the downward trend line. They broke through it, sold that down to 623, and it moved up a little bit, and it's after hours. It's trading here 637 or so. If it gaps up tomorrow and moves up to 650 660 levels here, then we may see some action to the upside. The market remains under pressure in the sense that the selling is taking place. Apple has lost quite a bit here, and also let's look at Google, which is the main stock that had a high of 1774, is now sitting on its trend line. It broke through that congestion pattern, and now it's hitting the trend line, and the stochastic is overbought, and unlike Apple, which is extremely oversold, this is overbought conditions on it, so they need to work, and if this breaks this trend line, it can go down easily to that 50-day moving average. So that is where this one would be. PCLN, which is a position we hold, we're trying to adjust that position. PCLN needs to sit above that 617 level. If it breaks that 50-day moving average, everything is off, and it could go down here to 600 easily, push down like they did here a few days ago. So these are the things here. Right now we have some distribution day. There was some amount of selling here, and as a result these stocks are not behaving. They're just, PCLN is just simply going sideways for the moment. SPX is not in a downtrend, but it's hitting its trend lines and is being pulled over. So that is basically happening. Everything else is screaming red on the screen all day. So that is all for today, and I'll get back to you with another edition.